Welcome to the deep dive.
Mm.
So we all use these really powerful AI tools now, right? Things like ChatGPT,
Mm.
and we often hope they're, making us smarter or faster anyway.
Definitely more efficient. That's the promise.
Exactly. But what if using these tools, leaning on them, is actually subtly changing our brains? Maybe changing how we learn in ways we don't quite expect.
Uh-huh.
Today, we're diving into some really fascinating, cutting-edge research. It uncovers some surprising cognitive trade-offs, especially when it comes to learning. And memory, too.
Yeah, we've looked at this experimental study, and it's quite direct. It compares how people actually performed and, crucially, how their brains reacted when writing essays,
Okay.
using large language models, LLMs versus just standard search engines, or even just relying on their own knowledge, nothing else.
Wow.
It's a really important deep dive, I think, for anyone trying to grasp what these tools are actually doing cognitively, what space they take up.
Right. So if you've ever found yourself wondering what's really going on inside your head when you ask an AI for help thinking or, creating something,
Hmm.
you're about to hear some fascinating, maybe even slightly challenging facts.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's unpack this study then, because the way they set it up is pretty insightful on its own. Researchers had people do a classic learning task, write essays on SAT topics.
Right, standard stuff, but the conditions were strict. 20 minutes.
And they split them into three groups, yeah.
Exactly. One group could only use an LLM. Another could only use a regular search engine like Google.
Okay.
And the third group, they called them the brain-only group. They just had to rely solely on what they already knew.
Just their own brain power.
Hmm.
And they measured brain activity, too, with those EEG headsets.
They did, and that's where it gets really interesting. The neural responses were very distinct between the groups.
How so?
Well, the brain-only participants, they showed significantly stronger neural connectivity, like across all the measured brainwave bands, alpha, theta, delta.
The ones linked to deep